I just wanted to show everybody how you can make a 500 egg incubator for about 15, 20 quid. 15, 20 quid. Right, so I'll show you. This is an old pub fridge. So a pub fridge has a fan on the inside. So you leave that in as normal. And then the cooling element would have been on the back there for cooling. I took that out. So all you end up with is a fan. I've got a computer fan there with a takeaway tub tray, which aims the air up across the bulb, and then it brings it over to the top of the water tank and then across the bulbs. To control the temperature, this is just a normal reptile. It's for a heat mat. So you set your temperature for your reptile tank, and then, so that's what it looks like. So it's just a normal reptile. You would plug your heat mat in there. So I've set it to 37.5, and then you just hang it up on there. The lights, one plug goes there, and it goes inside like that to each light bulb. So one to there, to the next one, and across. The thermometer, which is this little, on the thermostat, this little cable that goes in there. The top one's for the electrics and the bottom one's for the temperature. So I've put that in the middle, so it's there, if you can see there, just stuck to the wall, and that just controls the temperature. So what you can do is, you can use, what I used to do is, I used to have, on the bottom, this tray is quite small, so I used to put loads of small takeaway tubs full of water in, and then you can put one tray in the middle at the top. You don't want it too close to the lights because the eggs will run a bit hotter than the others. But what you can do in this incubator, you can put as many trays in as you want. So you could put, in theory, there's enough room there to put, I don't know, maybe one of them trays is about 70 eggs when it's full. So 70, 140. So you could have, in theory, between them 3 shells, you could have 1,000 eggs, give or take. So that's it. It's simple as that. And then what I did, this pipe, this is just a normal pipe, goes in there, into that bucket, like that. And it comes outside, through the hole in the side to this funnel, so I can fill it when the eggs are on lockdown. I can fill the bucket without opening the door. I just lift this off, put it up in the air, and it fills. So yeah, like I say, that cable there just runs between each light, across the back so you can't see it, joins them two and up. The light fittings are £2 off eBay, and the light bulbs are 2 for £1 from the pound shop in England, or you can get them off eBay. This incubator, because it's so well insulated, because it was a fridge, that one bulb will power and keep this full thing warm even in winter. But if you have, these little controllers can handle 250 watts, so that's 60, 120, 240 between the 4 bulbs. So you might as well have as many as you can, because it gets your temperature up to, it gets your incubator up to temperature in seconds, rather than, you know, 5. I don't suppose it matters, but if one bulb blew, it's better to have 2, because then it works. But like I say, the fridge I got for free off eBay. The thermometer and thermostat is £12.99 off eBay. And then the bulbs, like I say, and the fittings. So that full thing will cost you 15 quid. What you can do if you want to roll your eggs, so I just use this as an hatcher. I've got an incubator in the house which rolls the eggs for the first 18 days, and I put them here for the last 3. So they've just come in there today. I'm not hatching every egg at the minute. I'm only hatching Pekins, Silkies, and a couple of others. So what I do in here, so let's say you don't want to roll your eggs, right? Because you can't be bothered. Just lift the tray up like that and put some under it. So sit that there, and then a couple of times a day, and then just put some under the back, like that. And then your eggs will move or whatever. Like I say, it's not the best way, it's a bit rough and ready, but when I'm not videoing, I just prop up one end the tiniest little bit, and that's all they need. You don't actually need to turn them, as long as they just rock 2 or 3 times a day, you're good enough. I mean, like I said, I have tried it, trial and error, and to be fair, I've hatched eggs before that haven't even been rolled. Just trying different things out, and they will still hatch, as long as you control. You want the humidity. Humidity in here, it's at 40. The door open, it runs about 75 for cracking the eggs. If I'm using this to hatch eggs like I used to, like at the beginning, I would run this bucket at the bottom, only half the size, and then the humidity stays at about 45. But the only downside is you've got to fill it up every couple of days. All these people that get all excited about humidity and, oh, you can't open the door of an incubator. No, you definitely shouldn't. But believe me, I open mine all the time when I'm doing different things. I might have one tray hatching. I've got one what's a few days behind. I need to add a couple of eggs to it. The door's open and shut all the time. The humidity will go back up in 5 minutes. So it's not as important. Well, it is important, but if you think about a hen gets off the eggs 3 or 4 times every day, 5 times sometimes, and there's no control of humidity then. So I don't think I think people just get excited calling it lockdown. So yeah, there you go. That's how I made my hatcher. But you can use it for doing eggs from day one. So just put them in, no different, just roll them, a little bit less water. Just keep your temperature 37 to 30. 37 I think is better than 37.5. I just keep it 30. I have a really good hatch rate at that. Yeah, that's it. So it's now to it. Easy peasy.